Scorpio, thank you so much for joining me for your reading this evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you might be in the world. Scorpio, welcome to 8th House Things. I do collective readings as well as personal readings. If you'd like a personal reading, please please email me down below, mfirst@gmx.com. This is your reading for December. Better late than never. And at the time we were in Sagittarius energy, and we crossed over to Capricorn, the sign of Capricorn, Sun in Capricorn, around the 20th. So here we are in Capricorn energy. Venus is currently in retrograde. Mercury is about to start its retrograde in the next 2 weeks, but it's already in the shadow period. So we're feeling a lot of interesting stuff. There's a lot of interesting nonsense, thrilling vibes going on in the air. And meditating on your energy, I just keep hearing, go get him, Scorpio. Like, do what you gotta do. Give them everything. Give them your best. Whatever they throw at you. I keep hearing these, like, when someone's like cheering someone on, encouraging someone, those kinds of words. So let's see what that's all about, Scorpio. I'm going to pull 4 cards to start with. I just want one more clean shuffle for you. Then I'm going to pull 4 cards to start with. So one more clean shuffle for Scorpio, please. One more clean shuffle for Scorpio. One more clean shuffle for Scorpio, please. One more clean shuffle for Scorpio. Sorry about that helicopter. I'm gonna pause this. I swear I live in like the #1 place for helicopters. Ooh, Strength in reverse. The 5 of Swords. The Queen of Coins. And the 4 of Cups in reverse. That's interesting, Scorpio. And Strength in reverse to start with. That's always interesting. So here we are, Scorpio, in an energy of you're unlike yourself. You're unlike the Scorpio we all know and love. Here you are, and it's almost as though some people don't recognize you. You're the person that wants everything. You want it all. You're coveting everything, and you're going to get it. Right? I just feel this like huge sense of finding yourself in the chaos and the nonsense that the world presents. And even if you're not proud of your actions necessarily in the past, you still feel as though you're worthy of the gifts that the world has to give. Wow, it's very interesting energy coming through for you here, Scorpio. Some air energy, we've got earth energy, we've got your own water energy, and it's just like, yeah, this is who I am. I'm figuring things out, but I like who I am too. So it's like this throwing caution to the wind type of energy, going for the things that might be out of your reach or you've been told in the past weren't necessarily for you, and you're like, you know what? I've held myself back. I'm going where the winds take me, and God bless me. That's where you're at. So I feel as though you're at a time where like you're gonna perplex a lot of individuals who are in your life or who claim to know you well, because you've in a lot of ways gone rogue, and you're doing things that people usually don't associate with you. That people don't associate with your with your personality type, you're usually quite predictable. And this is a very unpredictable turn for you, Scorpio. 3 more cards. The Empress, yeah. The Alchemist. And the 5 of Coins. So more earth energy for you here. And I have the Empress upright. The Alchemist is going to also be upright. The 5 of Coins. And this color scheme too, it's a lot of like the blues, the golds, the yellows. It's what I'm seeing with these cards. You'll see the picture once I post the video. Empress, Alchemist, the 5 of Coins. It's about seeking yourself out, finding out who you are, and seeing that your gifts from before were not a curse or were not something that was meant to hold you back. Your gifts are the very thing that are going to help you progress in life. That's what I'm getting from this energy, right? So it's about sitting in that wisdom and knowingness, that on that throne of knowing where you're going to, and understanding that because of where you come from, it's looking good if you believe in yourself and if you trust your gifts. That's what I'm seeing, Scorpio. This is very interesting energy coming through for you, hey? Yeah, I'm like seeing a very like deep, I don't want to say turnaround, but I want to say it's like it's been a long time coming and these thoughts have been percolating within your system of I've done things a certain way, it didn't work out, and I'm a creature of habit, so I gave it way too much, the way I did things had way too much time in my life. It's sort of like, when you see that something isn't working out and you see it for a while, but you fail to act. That's what I'm seeing. That's that energy that's coming through. I've done things a certain way for years. I reserve the right to change the game based on the fact that I'm years in and the outcomes are always the same. Yeah. And it's time. You're at that point where it's like, no, my journey and my way forward is very clear. Thank you very much. This is where I'm going. It's also it's also taking it on with an like there's an innocence or like a renewed perspective that is making you come across as though you're approaching things as though you've never done it before. Yeah, there's just this breath of life and abundance in the virginal, with especially with the Empress and the 5 of Coins. It's like a virginal approach to things, and your way of life. And a strong belief with all these, there's a baby in the Empress card, there's a baby in the 5 of Coins card, with all of this youthful energy. And at the baby stage, toddler stage, it's telling me it's time to go in as though you've never seen things before, you've never done life before. And that's that interesting balancing act of sorry, I just got a bit distracted because of the helicopter. Hold on one sec. If you're looking at the Empress card, it's also that balancing act of seeing this elephant. So that represents age-old wisdom. And it's fascinating because it's a mixture of age-old wisdom as well as childlike curiosity. And you'd be surprised how much wisdom kids actually have. And that's where you're at, Scorpio. It's this like starting again, and a knowingness that even if it's chaotic, you're down for the ride because of what you stand to gain, coming in with a renewed outlook. Yeah, three more cards for Scorpio. Oh, the Four of Wands. Magician in reverse. And with that said, the outcome is so clear that you can't even fathom how enlightening this path that you're on will be, and you can't fathom how happy you stand to be too, because you're finally following your own internal compass. There's this quote that I've always enjoyed from Legends of the Fall. It's actually how the movie begins. I just want to read it to you because this is the energy. This quote really encompasses the energy that you're in. I just need to see that quote. Some people hear their own inner voices with great clearness, and they live by what they hear. Such people become crazy, or they become legends. Yes. It's like you're literally listening to the tune of your own heart, Scorpio, and you're going to follow it. All right, and that's what I'm seeing here with the Four of Wands coming out. I'm pretty sure I read out the cards that came out. The Four of Wands, Magician in reverse, the Eight of Cups. The only thing you stand to lose, really, or the only thing that can be a little bit of a headache in this choice to dance to whatever's playing in your heart is understanding that it's worth your while to let go. More than anything, that you can't affect the decisions that you've made in the past. So leaving the past behind itself, that in itself is difficult for you and could potentially deter you. You cannot physically go back to the past and change what's happened. That's what you struggle with. I also feel like you moving forward in a way where you just listen to your own heartbeat and you dance to that is going to help you, particularly with the fact that you struggle to let go of what could have been. Sometimes you have it in your mind, literally, that you can affect the past. Well, no, not necessarily. But you can change the consequences of the past. You can adapt to the consequences of the past. You can't change what happened in and of itself. That's impossible. And yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here, that could be the thing that really that slows this process of moving forward in your own weird way that not everyone's going to understand. But that could also be something that ends up being solved, or something that you end up healing, that inclination towards really regretting things that you can't change, things that humiliated you, mistakes that you made. Yeah, Scorpio. So here you are, standing in all of this glorious major arcana energy of the Strength card, the Empress card, the Alchemist, the Magician. And you're finally ready to really, really, really Listen to how you do life. Listen to that compass. Honor that authentic being that's just been dying to come out, forming an identity in a whirlwind of chaos. This is how it's done, right? It's the only way to do it, by listening to yourself. And if whatever you hear drives you crazy, then God bless you, and so be it. Right? This is also a good lesson in knowing that you can't control anything but what you do and your own actions. You're never at the disposal of someone else or something else, Scorpio. It's always you. Nice. 1 second. Sorry, Scorpio. I was just about to reach for the cards to shuffle for them and they just tipped over. So let's shuffle for you, and then I want 3 cards. 3 more cards for Scorpio, please. 3 more cards for Scorpio. Let's see. Oh, the Lovers! The King of Wands in reverse and the King of Coins in reverse. Although, I was just about to say I wanted to reject that energy, but no. Right? And it's in this duality, Scorpio, that we rise to the occasion. That's what I'm seeing with the Lovers card, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Coins. It's in that perspective and insight into the other side of ourselves that we really find out purpose. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here with the Knight of Coins and the King of Wands. It's got to do with purpose. Right? That's why you can no longer deny that part of you that is desperate. Desperate to find and tap into that duality. Right? You've done things according to the way that the rational, obedient daughter, son, mother, father, brother, sister, wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend. You've done it that way. And here you are. And not that you have nothing to show for it, but it's led you to a point where you understand that you have to listen to the part of you that's the craziest, that just wants to go for it. Right? So I think, in essence, you might come across as though you're a little bit self-absorbed. You may seem to be coming across as though you don't really have anyone else's feelings at heart. But this is the road that you are willing to take in order to love that other part of yourself, so that you can appreciate every part of yourself. Duality. The side of you that's wild and unhinged, and the side of you that's done things the proper way, that rational, well-adjusted Scorpion, is just taking a back seat for a bit while you get to know the Scorpion that might sting you tomorrow and caress you today. Love this, Scorpio. Love this for you. Right? And like I said, we don't want to harm anyone. We don't want to hurt anyone. But unfortunately, there will be casualties in the process of embracing both sides within. Thank you so much for joining me for your reading, Scorpio. I wish you nothing but the best for this year.